Second year as a manager, what did you learn as a first time manager that maybe that you can apply this time?
Oh man, I learned so many things. I think what stood out immediately was what I didn't know, right? Like, you- you've been around baseball, played baseball, I've coached every level, but being a manager, you realize what you don't know. And so for me, it was just this whole perspective of I'm going to watch everything. And when you do that, when you open up your scope and you watch everything, you're like, oh, what? I didn't think about that. I didn't think about this, right? Being a pitching coach, pitching, that's it. And then you think you watch the whole game, but you really don't. So I think the biggest thing for me was just, you know, figuring out the stuff that I knew or that I realized I didn't know. I mean, managing people is easy for me. Like I'm great with that. I was a little intimidated about defense, moving, when to bunt, just stuff like that. You get trained as or you get coached by old school managers, old school baseball. So some of those things are like, I don't want to break the unwritten baseball rules ever either, right? You're like, oh, but then there's also times where I was like, it's 2025 last year, but it can be whatever we want it to be. So it just became like, okay, I want to learn more, learn from the players. Um, Baseball is different every single day, and I'm just grateful to have another shot at it, man. Honestly.
First half of the season, you get a group of guys who are hoping to hear their names called in the draft. Do you approach that first half differently than the second half?
Absolutely. It's the draft league. So, MLB draft league, we're here to, get these guys drafted. And I just had a team meeting and I wanted to make it clear to these guys that they were here for the same reason. They're all draftable, right? So you hear the conversations happening already like, yeah, I think I can be a, late round and my advisor said this and that. And it becomes like, okay, time out. You're a draftable kid already. That's why you're here. Okay. Forget that thought. Don't let it get in the way of you playing and performing. Now, as a staff, in our mind, our success pretty much is determined by how many guys we get drafted or signed. And as you've seen, like we've had guys signed up until a month ago or something. So it's awesome, man. It's just awesome to be a part and to have, even a little bit of influence on these guys' careers.
How have you seen the league change in the 5 years you've been a part of it? This will be your fifth year.
Shoot. I mean, a lot. It's changed so much. And some of the coaches, Ron Mayhay, who's pitching coach now, he's been here in this league since day one also. And we just kind of sit back and we're laughing because it's come such a long way. Not only just talent, but even just the structure of the league and the communication with the president of the league and the roster stuff and having more interaction with MLB and more support from MLB. So from the first year I was here, I loved the experience. I believed it. I saw the vision where it was going, and sitting here today, I get goosebumps because I just feel like we're making that big step, into getting some real positive feedback from the players and notoriety through baseball.
What have been your impressions of the renovations to the ballpark?
Spoiled is all I can say for our players, right? Like when I walked out here, the thing that stood out to me the most was the bullpen, and maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a pitcher, but I mean, the bullpens are tremendous. The playing surface, I mean, when seeing the pictures, you can tell, but when you walk in and you walk out there, it just feels so good. It feels like you're not big league, but it just feels like you're somewhere important. You're on a field that's like, it's important. That's what it feels like. So you feel big. I know these guys come out and they're like, man. And that's what it's designed to do. So I can't wait for the bodies to be in the stands for these guys to really, feel, that experience. But it's tremendous. This organization is they're so good. It's so good.
One of the things this league does is it gives guys a chance to play every 6 days. How important is that for them to kind of feel that setup of what it's like once you become a professional?
Well, it's important, you know. I think it's more important for them to see if that's something they're going to be able to do. You know, we talk about like this sport is not for everybody because it is a grind. It's a mental like grind. It's a game of failure. The travel, you know, again, they're spoiled here. Not a lot of them are going to sign and be in the minor leagues and play in places that aren't even compared to this stadium. So it's a good little taste for them. But also for me, it's like, can you pitch every other day? You know, are you going to play every day amidst an 8-day road trip in a Mahoning Valley, and you know, sleeping in a Best Western or whatever it is? You know, that grind for me, a baseball lifer, like I miss it. Like I loved it. For these guys, they're gonna get, you know, some eye-opening reality checks about like, oh, is this? And I'm like, yeah, this is what you're signing up for. Not to mention like the abuse that baseball like regularly hands to you, you know. So I told him like, if this is not what you want, then you should just leave right now. Just go. It's not for everybody.
Shawn, welcome back. Another season. Good to be back. Good to see you here. Talk more on Trenton, being back here. We talked about in the last season, but just being back here in Trenton for your 5th year, like Kyle mentioned. So we're all back, just under organization and everything. What it means to you, and sticking your managing here.
Thanks, Trav. Good to be back, man.
Yes, sir.
You're looking all buff and stuff. Look at you.
Trying.
It's like I said, I love this organization. I would have came back as a pitching coach, whatever. Having the opportunity to manage is just another. That's like a bonus. But they've treated me the same way since day one. This organization. So I love them. I love the front office. You know, you guys. Every time I see you, it's all love. I'm so grateful to be a part of it and to be a part of this whole like process of getting back into affiliate baseball for the Thunder. It's dope, man. I try to tell everybody when I come to do it, they're like, well, is it affiliate? Are you this and that? And I'm like, no, but it doesn't matter in this organization. You know what I mean? And it's hard to explain. Like, you know, if you know, you know. It's one of those things. So, again, grateful, appreciative, and, you know, I just want to be, you know, everything they need.
Shawn, Carson Sabathia is back for a second first-half run with you at manager. What do you think his leadership and his experience in the draft league so far will bring to this new team?
It's so good to hear he was coming back. For himself, personally, I think it's going to be a real good thing, especially because he comes in as a veteran, so to speak. His teammate, Kay Climbing, who brought with him, they seem to already have that, like, you know, mature presence. Carson looks good. He looks good. He looks strong. He's big. I'm excited for him because when I just saw him earlier, he was like, I couldn't wait to get here. Like, literally, he's like, I couldn't wait to come. I'm so happy to be here. So again, that's what this league does. That's what this, you know, organization does. And for him, not putting any pressure or making any predictions, but like having a second shot at this, it takes the pressure off. Talent comes out, so I'm looking forward to seeing play.
Shawn, talk more about building a team culture and bonding with the guys. Obviously, seeing the roster all over the country, out of the country. So more about how you
yeah, we have a Canadian, I think, and Joe Rivera, who's from Puerto Rico, and you know, he's young. His brother, I believe, is in the Yankees organization. Anyway, he's, you know, not too much English yet, so, you know, I've kind of, you know, encouraged the guys to get with him and imagine yourself being in another country like he is, not speaking the language, and then also learning from him. You know, the culture here is one of, you know, love and you know, grit, you know, and a lot of fun. So I think what I see in the clubhouse now is just, you know, a bunch of eager kids who maybe not big named, big schools, but like you could tell there's a way about them, there's a maturity about them, and it seems like a good fit for, you know, Trenton, New Jersey.
Any guys you've heard about coming in or you've seen so far? Maybe tell the people out there.
Like obviously the name Carson. Excited to see him. There's a lot of guys, and I'm not gonna put anybody in a box, meaning like, oh, I expect this or that from anybody. But I know this. There's a couple guys that are from a couple of junior colleges that I know. Grant Gray, big, tall middle infielder who looks really exciting to watch. Was a UCLA player for a couple years, transferred to Riverside, which is a great JUCO baseball program. We have a couple Villanova guys, Vanderbilt kid. I can't remember all the names. I'm not even going to pretend they're all brand new, but the one that stood out is the second lieutenant in the Army. Y'all can probably tell me his name.
Andrew.
There you go. Beating that kid today, and him saying, first, I just want to let you know, like, I'm second lieutenant in the Army, and I'm like, JJ and I, Josh Johnson, got up immediately, not to salute, but just to be like, yo, give him a hug. But this kid comes in with that attitude of like, I'm gonna pitch every day. I'm a workhorse. I know what it is. This is my last hurrah. If I don't make it, I'm going to serve fully our country. So you got Carson Sabathia, and then you have Bert, who, look at the spectrum of what we're doing and where we're at. And that's what baseball is for me. I'm like, and you just don't know. You don't know who's going to do what, who could get where. So you have those two ends, and then you have everything in between, which I think is it'll be a lot of fun.
You mentioned Cade, Carson's teammate in the H, going from JUCO to hitting .338 in the Big 12. What do you see from him? Do you see him kind of like as a Marinac-type player heading into this year?
Yeah. Connor was different in the sense that he was, I feel like more of a vocal leader too. Cade strikes me as a quiet, silent, strong type, but as far as the baseball goes, third baseman, outfield, like we see him playing the corners, and he does play second base. So at the plate, I expect to see some power from him and Carson. So again, it's all like, who knows? It's what we see, but we're going to find out real quick.
Talk on new coaches, pitching coach Ron Mayhay and hitting coach Josh Johnson.
Yeah, so this is the other reason I'm super stoked about this season. I've been a part of the Thunder staff and in this league for this will be my 5th season, and I look at our staff as arguably the most complete when it comes to experience, and not just playing experience, because Josh Johnson, who is the hitting coach, quote unquote, infield guy, he played, 13 or so years in the minor leagues, never made it to the big leagues as a player. Went to coaching immediately after he's done playing, coached in rookie ball, and over the span of 4 years went from rookie ball to the big league staff as a infield coach for the Rangers. So for me, it's one thing to have big league playing experience like myself and Ron Mayhay, but to have big league coaching experience at a hitting coach position, we haven't had that. Add Ron Mayhay, 13-year big leaguer, as a hitter and a pitcher. We haven't had that on the staff. And, I'm Shaq, dude. I just like people, and I feel like this is all for a reason. So it just kind of organically fell together. Ronnie was in Mahoning. The managing spot opened up, and I called him to be like, hey, man, you should try to manage. And he's like, nah, I don't want to manage. I'm like, all right, well, do you want to come to Trenton then and be the pitching coach? And he's like, yes. Josh Johnson also had an opportunity to go manage Mahoning Valley, and he turned it down because the conversations we had leading up and everything he knew about the Trenton Thunder, he's like, I don't want to manage, I want to be there. So again, testament to this organization where we're at, but I'm super excited just to have the coaches who are like fully immersed, energetic, excited, and for me to have to say like, hey guys, like, take it easy, bro. Like, go take a break. Like, it's different. So I'm excited about that as well.
Thanks, Shawn.
Yeah, man.
All I got. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.